You know, to take part of the Motocross of Nations is extremely special. It's you know, a very historical race. It's a fun race, you know, as far as to be a part of. The vibe there is really special. It just has a really good atmosphere. As much as it is a team race, it's also a personal race, you know, for me. So, you know, it was basically 2 races within 1 race for me. You know, I wanted to be the best guy and beat everybody, but I also wanted the country to win as well. So it's fun. I think it's an honor to be a part of that race and invited to go there, and it's fun to watch.
Just where you talk about the nations, we were lucky enough to do the films and vets, Motocross Nations with Ryan and Jeff and Dave last year, and Chuck obviously. Have you got any plans to come over? We'd love to see you at Farley.
You know, they talk about the veteran part of the Motocross of Nations, and I don't think I have any ambition on riding any old bikes like that. You know, I'm somewhat spoiled anymore, so that race could be fun, but it looks to me like it might be getting too serious, and they're going to take the fun out of it. So I don't have any ambition to do it. No, I'll just sit from the sidelines and watch. I'm not a racer, I'm not a motorcycle racer anymore. I like what I'm doing, and I have fun doing what I'm doing, and it'd just probably be better for me to watch from the sidelines. I think Jeffrey Herlings is a great rider. He definitely, you know, he has his, he's found his niche. He has a, you know, he's a young kid. He's going to be very good for a long time. He was really dominant last year at the Motocross of Nations, and you know, which he should be. He's a sand guy, and you know, they're in their backyard. So he's, you know, you got to respect the guy as a rider. He knows he's got it going on for sure.
Obviously, Ricky, you're known as the greatest of all time with 15 AMA titles. If there was one tip you could give to up-and-coming riders, what would it be? You know, I think
that if there's any tip I could give to any of the riders coming up is just to have fun. You know, remember where you came from, and always have fun, and you know, ride within your limits. You know, no matter what. If you got to take a third, you got to take a third. You know, it's that's my advice for the people. You know, motocross for me, when I think of the name motocross, it just it brings back, first of all, a lot of memories. After the memories part of growing up and racing it, what it all entails, you know, with the training, the riding, and the racing part of it, things that can go right, things that can go wrong, and it's just a great sport. It's a great family sport. I've met great people there, great friends, and it's basically like family to me. So when I think of motocross, that's what it is. My biggest rival? I've had a lot of good rivals, but Kevin Windham was probably my first rival, then Jeremy Mcgrath, and then Chad Reed and James Stewart. Those are probably, and all of those were the same. You know, they all are really hard rivals to try and beat. So. I personally think he should have waited a little bit longer. You know, he's still such a young kid. He's a small kid. I think that he'll have a great career in front of him, but he hasn't done as good as I thought he would do, honestly, in the pro, and from his jump to the pro class. I thought he would be a little bit better, but you never know. That's, you know, that Mike Alessi used to beat Ryan Villapoto all the time as amateurs, and look how much different it is when they're pro. You know, Villapoto is what, 3-time Supercross champion, and Mike Alessi is never won a Supercross race. So that just shows you it's so hard to tell who is going to make it when they make the leap from amateurs to pros, because so many things can change. The pressure, the track's different, it's a different style of riding. The hardest track, Daytona Supercross, is probably the hardest. It gets really rough, and it's a long race and you never get any chance to rest, that's probably the hardest track.
Why don't we have a KTM?
Why? Because I'm sponsored by Suzuki. That's why.